Grog Martin. Grog Martin? What is a Grog Martin? Is this a Grog Martin? Are you Grog Martin? All this and more in this episode of It remains unclear just who exactly Grog Martin is. However, what we do know is that it's the name of a YouTube channel created on January 10th, 2013, with over 3,000 videos. The first of which was uploaded on the 4th of October 2014, over 10 years ago. Stats-wise, that is around 0.75 videos a day, or 3 videos every 4 days, for over 10 years. Now, this is not an unheard of upload rate for large YouTubers. For instance, PewDiePie has an average upload rate of 0.9 per day since he started uploading in 2010. What makes Grog Martin different is they are not making any money from this. They get very few views, and the videos are, well, take a look. After crunching the channel's video data, I found there are actually some sizable gaps in their upload schedule, which means that for periods of activity, the upload frequency was actually much higher than 0.75. As of the 9th of June, when the data was pulled, there are 3,080 days where at least one video was uploaded, 465 days where at least 2 were uploaded, and 86 days where more than 5 videos were uploaded. The top 3 days were the 12th of December 2016 with 22 uploads, the 2nd of November 2014 with 27 uploads, and in first place with 36 uploads in a single day was the 14th of January 2019. More recently, however, videos have been getting both longer and more frequent. Between the start of 2022 and the 9th of June 2025, the channel has had an upload rate of 1.47 videos per day, or around 3 videos every 2 days. And in just 2025, that has increased again to an average of 2.77 videos in just a single day. This graph also shows how there has been a trend in video lengths growing over time, as well as a phenomenon of none of their videos being any longer than 15 minutes long. Now that we understand just how persistent Grog has been in their upload schedule, let's dive into the substance of the channel. Much of the videos uploaded are almost entirely undecipherable or purely musical in nature, with presumably original compositions. If there is a narrative through line for their videos, it is incredibly difficult to pick up on, but there are in fact definitive characters with names, which we were introduced to in early videos. In the very first video on the channel, titled Field Puppets Play, we are introduced to 3 characters: Scaredy, who is this diamond-shaped clay face with a worried look, Wartoy, who is this long-haired character, and Captain Slampunk, who is out in the field of giants.
Wartoy, have you seen Captain Slampunk?
Captain Slampunk is in the field of giants.
Captain Slampunk? Are you out here, Captain Slampunk? Where are you? Captain Slampunk? Where are you, Captain Slampunk? Captain Slampunk? Is that you, Scaredy? What are you doing out in the field of giants? Can I go to see the giant bridge? Oh, you just take Wartoy with you!
There are multiple clay faces featured throughout the rest of their videos, which presumably all also have names. However, it is difficult to figure out the names of every character, as even if they are all named, videos containing that information are spread out across over 3,000 other videos. I did manage to find one name in this video which depicts Beldor. and the title of this video is Who's Bath, which could be the name of this character. These early videos do actually seem to be attempting to build some kind of narrative and a world, with characters being named, having conversations with each other and telling some kind of story. However, as time has gone on, these videos become more and more frequent. There's very little of even this abstract storytelling left, and it is mostly just audio and strange visuals briefly showing certain puppet characters here and there. Alongside the masks, there are several other recurring tropes and visual aids used throughout many of Grog's videos. Since the earliest videos, versions of this cartoon drawing of a house with a tree is featured heavily, and in recent videos there have been stop-motion animations of stick figures performing different scenarios around it. Another common sight in newer videos are different versions of this map, which depict cities and landmarks connected by roads, with a large river flowing through the centre, helpfully labelled Big Blue River. This map also has two distinct items of note which should be remembered for later: the Green Lake and Big Bridge, which both have possible real locations associated with them. There are a number of recurring real-life settings used within Grog's videos as well. There are a couple of indoor shots, presumably inside the house of the channel owner, and there are a number of shots of different woodlands and riverbanks, as well as many shots of this rail viaduct. It is believed that all of these riverside locations are taken near to a town called Lethbridge in Alberta, Canada, as the bridge bears a striking resemblance to this bridge called the Lethbridge Viaduct. In fact, there are further indications that the channel owner might be based out of Lethbridge, including this image of a hotel used in a number of videos, a location pin visible on this map, and finally another very common sight within Grog's videos, which is this lake, which lines up exactly with Henderson Lake. This viaduct also shares a decent amount of resemblance with the previously mentioned Big Bridge from Grog's map, and if we take a look at the surrounding area of Lethbridge, we can also spot this incredibly green lake to the northwest of the city. Now this doesn't line up exactly with Grog's map. As you can see, the green lake, titled Mud Lake in real life, is quite a way out of town and far to the west of the actual Big Bridge. There is one more similarity with the map and the surrounding area of Lethbridge, which is the shape of the Old Man River as it runs up north, and then takes a big turn southeast to head past Lethbridge. Once again, it is not an exact copy, but strikingly similar to Grog's map. The map itself is likely just some kind of headcanon created for the world Grog is trying to build, and not supposed to be a one-to-one match, although I feel it is likely heavily inspired by the surrounding area of Lethbridge. There are a number of other items found which strongly cross-reference with certain shots from videos, so I'll refrain from showing any information that is too detailed for fear of doxing. One item which is very publicly available, however, is this 360 cam shot from Google Maps, showing a shelter made out of old scrap metal. This is located just down the river from the Lethbridge Viaduct, and is verifiably the same structure as the shelter featured within the first video, as well as many later videos. Now we are somewhat familiar with the setting and story of Grog Martin's world, the obvious next question is, who is Grog Martin? Or who exactly runs the account? There are a number of real individuals who show up in videos, the first of which being in this video from August of 2015, which depicts someone wearing a hat, holding a blanket above their head and wandering around a field. Just while we're on this video, I want to point out the fact that this video is a comment from Grog. It was made around 9 years after the video was uploaded. Many of Grog's older videos never received any comments from the channel owner. However, much of the new ones do, and some older videos have also received new comments, although once again little information can actually be gleaned from many of these. Among the many faces that show up in later videos, the most common is this lady with brown hair who appears to be about middle-aged. Almost every video which includes actual people also show her, so I believe she must at least have some level of control over the channel, or be close to the owner. I also believe that this lady could be the same person who is singing in this video, with a voice changer which sounds incredibly similar to the voice used for the puppets. One more thing to note is the title of this video, Junestar Out of This Town, and this comment referring to an individual named Junestar, which could possibly be the name of, or at least the name used by this lady. Among the videos showing other real people, one video shows this possibly older lady with a more dark blonde hair dancing by the river, and another video shows two people dressed up in costumes going for a walk. Although as with many of these videos, it is quite difficult to make out who is who due to the costumes obscuring faces, or distorted visual effects being used. Another character of note is this furry who is featured a number of times, the earliest of which I could find was in this video, under which a YouTube user called Magic Maniac commented, "Well done, Grog. Thanks for letting Mai come over and party in fursuit." Taking a closer look at their profile, we can see their channel description reads, 19-year-old bud tender of southern Alberta. Legal cannabis is my field, eh bud? We can also see that their profile picture now shows a more red fursuit head than the one used in the older video. However, this tracks with later appearances of an individual in a full darker red fursuit alongside Junestar. It would be simple to just claim that this Junestar lady is the main person behind the whole account. However, throughout all of these videos, there is one character who we don't see, that being the cameraman. I believe there is one moment throughout the whole of the Grog Martin repertoire in which the actual owner of the account addresses the audience, and it is in this video discussing the Alberta Truckers' Freedom Convoy.
This movement has sparked a protesting vibe. Protesting is good, it does get things accomplished, so that's why I've changed my attitude towards protesting, and instead of just ignoring the issues, I'm going to use this YouTube channel to become a 24/7 protester. I will protest at 5 in the morning, I'll get up, do a few videos on all this protesting stuff, and then I will go to sleep for an hour or two. I'll wake up, I'll make another video. If it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I make a video. I don't care. This is the type of stuff I do. I didn't realize protesting was fun, so I'll just keep doing it until it becomes not fun. I mean, this is something that's quite exhilarating for me. I went to the...
This is clearly the owner of the channel, based on the manner in which he addresses it, and his voice is decidedly not that of a middle-aged woman. There are a small number of videos on this channel which all show similar footage of a male playing hacky sack. This could very well be the real account owner, but this is pure speculation. This could even just be some random guy. I want to end this off by saying this video has been a pain to research. Human beings are wired to search for meaning within things, and throughout my time researching ARGs and other oddities, pretty much everything has been made for a reason, to tell a story or to express an emotion. Yet Grog Martin really stands out from the rest of everything else I've looked into. I was adamant that if I just kept digging I would find some kind of through line or a moral or something, but there just isn't. It's just years and years and years of nothing but essentially meaningless abstract art. Although I guess it means something to the channel owners, or they would have given up by now. There is some speculation among others who have stumbled upon this gem, whether mental illness could be playing a contributing role to the channel's bizarre nature. And I'm neither a doctor nor a psychiatrist, so I couldn't tell you anyway. But honestly, I'm not certain that there is. All of my vibe indicators just tell me that this is a group of random, creatively minded people living in the middle of nowhere Canada with literally nothing better to do than smoke weed and make weird music and internet videos. Not everything on the internet has to be some deep and meaningful 7-layer meta ARG. Grog Martin just stands out by itself as being just a bottomless pit of nothing but raw expression. And honestly, I think that's beautiful in and of itself.